Hey fam, what's up? It is Friday afternoon, February 7th, 2025. It's probably about 3:50, close to 4 p.m. Eastern. The kids are all going to be home soon. I just happen to have a quiet minute right now, so I just wanted to do this video in case I don't have a quiet minute later to record anything else. It's been a week, and we're going to have more weeks, and I don't even know what the weekend will bring. I've been yapping a lot. I'm a Division I yapper, a D1 yaptivist, and so I don't know about my yapping, but my yapping has reached a real fever pitch of yaptivism. So thanks everybody for hanging out and listening to my yapping. If you don't like my yapping, then you need to yell at other people, because some people have been dropping in my DMs being like, Adam, keep it up. So I'm getting positive feedback. So I really appreciate it. If you took the time to send me a DM and you're like, hey, Adam, keep it up. Or if you replied to my story and you're like, hey, man, appreciate your words or something. There are a few of you that have done that. Thank you. That means a lot to me, because I don't know if I'm making any difference at all out here. I'm just trying to give meaning, value, and language to our experience. And we're in a weird place where it's like, it seems like there is maybe a third of the country that isn't being aware of what's happening. Because the things that are happening are bad. It's not good. It's not like right now. There's like Musk and team have like hijacked the Department of Education, and they've locked the doors. Where like people can't even go in. So it's a weird time. It's a weird time. You know what I mean? So those who have like been like, Adam, keep talking. Thank you. Because I don't know if I should be or should not be, but so I'm just, thank you. If you shouted me out. Pew Research Center just released some survey results. I almost made a video on those, but I'm gonna spend more time with them before I have a reaction. But I am gonna write a post about it this weekend on Adam Mark Writes. Pew Research Center today, Friday, February 7th, just released some survey data about Trump approval in office. Really interesting demographic breakdown, partisan breakdown, etc. There isn't necessarily anything novel in those results, and I don't want to dive into them without the green screen or the citation behind me. But essentially, the country is pretty split. So Trump's approval rating is at 47% right now. 51% disapproval. If you're not happy about what's happening, then you are in the majority, but it's a slim majority of folks right now. Of course, that does fall out by partisan lines quite a lot. Republicans are like 80 to 90% psyched about what's happening. Democrats are like 10 to 15% psyched about what's happening. So there is a partisan breakdown. There's a demographic breakdown in there as well. If you're an older white man without a college degree, you are on net more happy about what's happening rather than women, black folk, and other people of color, and people with college degrees are less happy about what's happening. So Pew Research Center has those survey results out. You can Google them. Friday, February 7th, 2025. They just came out. I'm going to write on them in my newsletter later. But I just wanted to like see you, fam. Appreciate you, fam. Thanks for those who are liking and sharing and commenting, etc. What else do I want to say? I hope you have a good weekend. I hope you can find some rest, some relaxation. I hope you can sort of refuel. It's okay to turn off the news. Turn off the news when you need to turn off the news. Turn off the news. Just don't doom scroll. My therapist gave me a really good guidance for doom scrolling. What she said is that as you scroll, if you hear the same like idea or the same message for a third time, then that means it's time to turn off the phone for a while. So I thought that was a really good, like, rather than like time bound, like I'm going to look for 20 minutes and then stop or something like that. Which for me, if I'm caught up in, if I'm like reading a Substack article or something, it's hard for me to like, oh, it's been 20 minutes. So when you hear the same thing repeated for the third time, that's a good indication to flip your phone over and then to go do something else for a while. So maybe that's useful for you as well. So, okay. Monitor your doom scrolling. It's okay to turn off the news. Go and say hi to somebody in person this weekend. Be good to your neighbors. Listen, man, I'm not an alarmist here, but I do think, I think that we may be heading in the direction of like some patrols in neighborhoods. Like, I really mean that. Not to be alarmist, not to freak us out, but just like the way that I see stuff going right now is I wouldn't be totally surprised. And so I'm really counting on my neighbors to be people who, if something goes down, that will stand together. And so go out and be good to your neighbors today if it's safe and comfortable to do so. Be loud also about stuff. Like the other thing is that like I've stopped being as diplomatic is another thing that I've done, where just like I think I would have extended the benefit of the doubt in the past, where it's in a different, I think maybe I've been wrong to do that for a long time. Maybe I should have been less forgiving in rhetoric or something. I don't know. I got to think through all this. That's all. I'm not trying to say that I'm getting to anything there. I guess what I'm saying is that it's okay to continue to find your voice, find your place, find your niche, regulate your consumption of media to the place where you are informed but not overwhelmed. These are just some best practices. Rooting yourself in fact-based reality is really important. Make sure that you're getting multiple sources of information. Get on Substack, man. I'm telling you, like, I've been on Substack a while. I actually left the platform for some concerns, and people that have been longtime readers know that I made a stink about some stuff on Substack. I actually came back to the app, I don't know, a few months ago. But there's a lot of great, Jim Acosta's now doing shows on there. Mehdi Hassan, Zateo News has been on there for a while. The Banter is great. The Bulwark is great. So Ben Cohen writes for The Banter. The Bulwark is really good. Who's like Tim Miller and other guys are on The Bulwark. I'm trying to think. The Progressivist is a great rag on a Substack. Check out The Progressivists. I love all their content. I'm sharing some stuff on Blue Sky. I'm putting a lot on my Substack, like recommendations on Blue Sky. I'm starting to read this weekend The Origins of Totalitarianism by Hannah Arendt. There's a guided reading of that happening on Substack that launches Sunday the 9th. That's this Sunday, yeah. Okay, so Substack is a cool place. Independent journalism is happening there. I used to not love the app, but I'm actually I'm kind of becoming a Substack convert of sorts. Okay, that's all. That's a good Friday message. I hope everybody's okay, man. Hang in there, dude. These are scary freaking times. What a wacko, weird world, man. It's a weirdo, dude. Read some history, though. I think that's who I think my buddy Patrick said, because he's there. Shout out Patrick if you see this. I think he said he's a history major, and nothing has made him more immune to disinformation than his history degree. I think there's a lot of merit and truth to that. So go read some history if you can, about whatever you like. Pick something of history and read it. History is always really helpful. That's all I have to say. Now I'm just rambling. It's Friday. Have a good weekend. Tribe, Shabbat Shalom. What do we have? Man, it's a crazy time for us, isn't it? Goodness. With Mar-a-Lago in Gaza or something. The Mar-a-Gaza, the Middle East Riviera. What a wild time to be alive, man. But Tribe, hang in there, Tribe. Justice we shall pursue. It's in the good book, man. It's in Torah. It's in Torah. Tzedek Tirdov. We got to do it, okay? That's what we're about. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos. Have a very good, rewarding, meaningful, whole, Palestine time. Shabbat Shalom.